What's up? Just 50. Just 350. Just 350 JP in the house. Okay, I'm gonna continue my videos about maintaining your sanity in relationships with Japanese women. These videos are in no way, form, matter, or whatever to speak negatively about Japanese women. What they are doing is what they are supposed to be doing. Game recognizes game. They say, don't hate the player, hate the game. Just if you're JP in the house, say don't hate the player nor the game. Read the instructions and then decide whether you want to participate or not. With that said, today's title is the silent treatment. Anyway, when you this probably deals with actually this is a worldwide issue because a lot of women do get mad at their husbands and stuff or boyfriends and don't talk to them for weeks and stuff. In Japan, it could be the whole time you're married. Okay, it can be the whole time. I mean, it could be for years. Okay, so again, these are just items of controlling. If you live in a house with your wife and she doesn't speak to you, you come home, you sit there all day and she doesn't speak to you, get up, get outside and go do something, because sitting in the house is going to start making you just mentally breaking down and stuff like that. Don't argue with her. She doesn't have the she has the right not to say anything. It's her choice. But remember, you are not obligated to stay there in the house. You're not obligated to deal with her. You can move and live in another place, especially if you got your permanent residence or you got a visa. Your own Japanese passport, or even if you got your own spouse marriage, you do not have to live there. They have rules for all this stuff, but you don't have to sleep there. That's what I'm saying. You do not have to sleep there. You can find you another place and sleep there. Okay, because there are a lot of Japanese men who do not sleep at home. Okay. That silent treatment is one of the most, it's really a horrible thing to experience, to go through, for someone to do that to you. It's really, really bad stuff. And a lot of guys think there's something wrong with them. But when your wife or whomever your partner is doing that silent treatment, in their minds, they're being occupied. It's not like they're just sitting there not doing anything. They're being occupied and stuff. And my wife, she does that stuff too. She recently started doing this, doing a silent thing and whatever, and I don't know why, I really don't know why, but at first, I was like, hey, saying something, she'll like, well, I didn't hear you, or this and that. But when she want to speak, she'll say something. And what I do is I just start doing the same thing to her, come in the house, she'll say hi to the kids, to the dogs, don't say anything to me, and at first I was like, okay, but then I realized, hey, if she has problems with me or anything, then that's fine, because I've told her plenty of times, I said, listen, you don't have to, if you don't like me or whatever, then just divorce, because I don't need to be in this house, if I'm stressing you. I can leave, trust me. I can leave, say goodbye. I have no hard feelings. I can always go visit my kids anytime I want. So I'm not worried about that. So she does that. But what I started doing was doing the same thing, because I really do not like to talk anyway. And talking to a lot of women, let's talk about the things I like, which most people are the same. It's like, okay, why are you talking about this? I don't have an interest in that. So she does what she want to do, and it's fine. I don't even care. So we go to bed, no good night, wake up in the morning, no good morning. Only time, she'll talk to me is like when she really needs someone, she's stressed and she needs someone to talk to. And I know everything about her business, her moms, her sisters, and all kinds of stuff, staff and all this shit, and she don't really know nothing about me or anything about me. So what I do is I say, fine, I don't care. I'm from LA, so I ain't worrying about it, out there, I was just quiet. My friends always said when I was in Venice, my cousin told me I was always quiet. It's not nothing to say. What I gotta talk to you about? You don't want to talk to me, so what? You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I got things going on in my mind, things I want to do. So don't get upset. What you have to do is, you know how it is when a lot of people in the States anyway say they hate being by themselves or they hate being alone. Well, this is probably one reason that you need to learn to love yourself, love being alone, love being by yourself, because when you're by yourself, actually, you can do a lot of things. Walk around, read books, watch TV, go clubbing, go out and talk to men or women or whoever you want to talk to, and I'm saying, and when I say men, it's like when women have problems, because some women might be in relationships where their husbands don't speak to them too. So just in case of a woman, because I know this one lady, she says her and her husband been married for a while. The kids are big now, but he said she come home and he doesn't say anything, and he's Japanese, she's Japanese, so whatever. But you do not have to stay there, okay? If you have your own bank accounts, your own phone and all that, you keep that stuff in your control. Don't let she can get upset. There's no law saying she has to do this. If she pull this I'm Japanese crap, tell her to shove it, because you can do it on your own. You go to the bank, they'll do it for you and they'll help you on things like that. A lot of foreign guys end up meeting these women who are just bad. They are just not fit for a relationship, and they just stubborn, and they live their lives in their heads. If you don't do what they say, they're upset, and then when they finish getting upset, then they come back acting like nothing ever happened. Then you mention, well, I don't remember that, stuff like that. So if you're in a relationship, especially if you're dating a woman like that, break up with her, because there are a lot of women out there who are not like that. If you do run into them before you meet a nice one, then break up with her, because it's not even worth the stress. It really is just, me and a friend was talking about the other day, and he mentioned it just really is a waste of time. I mean, it's a waste of years of your life, so just get out there and stuff. So if you're weak and things like that, then you're just gonna have to what you do is just take a trip home. I always tell guys in my videos to listen to Too Short songs, because all the game that he says in his songs is exactly what these Japanese women do out here, and they got it down to the T. And it's it's funny because even my situation, I laugh about a lot of stuff. I'm saying, whatever, because that's gonna be her. I don't care. She got to deal with what she got to deal with. My life in Japan is good, and she don't like me, I can bounce, whatever. Bye, there's no problem. Recently she started speaking a little bit, hi, whatever, and I just wait, or she'll ask me something and I'll hear her, but I do what she do, just ignore me. Ignore me, I just ignore her and forget it, because if it's that important, she'll say it again, so yeah, it's just weird, because the conditioning, what happens is the conditioning, and you don't know it, because see, for them it's a control mechanism. For us, well, not for me, but maybe for y'all guys out there, it's more or less like, well, you trying to be the man, you're trying to be sympathetic with her, you're trying to be emotionally, all that, how they, on TV, you see these white men and they just laying everything out for the woman and open endorsement. These women these days, they don't want that, they don't need that, they got their little thing going on and stuff, and it's like, they just trying to be men. Even one day my wife said, I act like a boy or a man. I said, you do not have a penis, so you don't act like a man. Well, I'm like, listen, you can do all those things. You don't have to be a man to work on a car. You don't have to be a man to go to the moon and stuff like that. Those are things that adults can do. If you got the training, you can do it. But to say you're a man, that's a mental state. You are not. You will never ever be able to attain a mental state of what a man is. A man is not a body. The body, when it becomes mature, that's an adult. A man is when a male reaches a mental maturity, and a woman cannot meet a mental maturity as a man. She's going to be a woman, and that's it. Now, if you guys want to change these words, women want to make it so that they are more powered. Their title as a woman is more powerful than a man. Fine, whatever. I don't care. I personally don't care. But the fact is, she said that, and she said it a few times, and I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, whatever. I said, if that's what you want, fine. But why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? I don't care. So, and like I said, it's a conditioning. A lot of things. This can go on for a long time, but these series. But there's a lot of things, and what's going to happen eventually is she'll do something. I'm sorry. She'll do something. I'm sorry. Like, it's okay. It's okay. And what she's doing is she's building up, she's building up these little pebbles, and these little pebbles, they're going to turn to a mountain, and she's going to be so high, you're going to give her so much power over you that that by the time you try to, you understand what's going on, the only thing that's going to happen, y'all going to break out into a physical fight. And you're gonna break out into a physical fight, and of course you'll probably win, and then you're gonna get in trouble, go to jail, whatever. Don't ever, if she hits you, because if your wife hits you, you can call the police on her. You know what I'm saying? If she's abusing you, can always leave. And they might call your job and get you fired, but you can divorce her. You can go right down to City Hall. I want to divorce my wife. Sign the papers. You divorce it. Nothing. There is nothing she can do about it. And then if she's such a jerk and she want to get married, there's a paper you can go down there and sign where she cannot divorce without you being there, and you can disappear, and they won't even do anything until it'll be like they'll look for you for 2 years, and then after 2 years they'll wait another 3 years. So it'll be 5 years before she can get divorced. So if you don't know the laws and you don't have people telling you these things, there are a lot of benefits out here as a foreigner that you can do to get away from that stuff. But that silent treatment, it's horrible. It really is a horrible situation, and it can drive a lot of people, people crazy and stuff. So, which I tell guys in my videos before, you have to come on here. You have to stay who you are. I don't care if you are pro-black, pro-racist, whatever it is. Your culture and your city and your neighborhoods and your trailer parks and your ghettos or wherever you live, your culture that you grew up with, you need to hold on to it dearly, because that is what's going to save you. Because there are a lot of guys out here who get mentally broken down, and they do not come back out of it. They do not come back out of it. And a lot of guys are just so messed up that you can just tell. They walk up to you walk in and see the woman, she bouncing all live, and the guy pushing the cart. You say hi, and he got turned to his wife. Oh, darling, this guy said hi. Do I have permission to respond? And they'll say like, no. No, like, okay. And that's how it is. It literally is like this, So it's almost like they pimp you. They out here, these women are literally pimping these guys. And sometimes one of my friends said he was at another friend's house, and him and the guy was talking, and then he asked his wife something, or they could have been out, I don't know, but they got to the house. But the house would be strange. Maybe they were out. And he asked the wife something, and she straight up said, "Listen, am I talking to you? Did I say anything to you?" He said, "No." He said, "No, I just asked you a question." She said, "Well, if I'm not speaking to you, don't speak to me." And he was like, wow. She was like, okay, and he just started talking to his friend. I would, man, my wife saying some crazy stuff to me, and I just look at her, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, okay, and I keep telling 6 more years, I'm bouncing. I'll be an old man, but I'm bouncing, You can have this, I'm just there for my daughter and stuff. My son, he takes after her, and all this stuff, and I keep telling him, like, listen, your mom was a woman. You're cute now, but as soon as you get older, they're going to turn on you. And women out here, they attack and fight their daughters. It's crazy, so. But anyway, those are the things that you can do. Just leave if you don't have money, if she's controlling all your money, you get that stuff back. You know, if the money's going to your bank account, she know that, you go to the bank, tell her you lost everything. Make sure you have your own income. If she got your income, the hell you lost everything. Because all you need is a family, something, your idea, whatever, and they'll send all that stuff to you again. You get your whatever, and you just have to, I guess, what's going to happen, I think, anyway, you're going to have to get it before she gets it and stuff, because she's going to say, well, you know, she wants the number and all that stuff. If you're giving your wife, the money's going to your bank, whatever, and you're going to the bank and giving her cash, stop doing that. You need to control your own money, okay? Especially if she's a housewife, control your own money. If she need bills, say for what, you know, for what, you know. And if she ain't doing nothing, you know, the kids, and if you can afford those nursery schools and stuff, because they do have them out where they're affordable, then you tell her to go get a job. And then your thing is to strengthen yourself, get your manhood back, and you know, see what you want to do. Because this one guy, I made this video called Gaijin Husbands and Japanese Wives, and this one guy, he said, I was writing the video, and dude said he loved his kids and everything, but his wife was so hard on him, he just bounced, went back to Canada, and told her, hey, if you want to be with me, you got to come to Canada, because he has more leverage in Canada than she does, you know. And he had like almost no leverage out here, because, you know, a lot of people out here don't take the time to learn the language. You know, you foreign guys need to get together and start learning these Japanese, because there are a lot of laws out here that are designed to you know, there are a lot of laws out here designed to help you. So you know, it's not all, you know, Japan don't like us, and it's like in the States too. There are a lot of laws out there, a lot of things out there to benefit people, and people don't go search, they don't ask, and they don't know. So get out there and know that stuff. But the first thing you have to do when you come home, you know, if she don't speak to you, and you know, it's like you're going to the house and she'll say like, you didn't say tadaima or whatever. You look at her like, I ain't gotta say nothing. You don't say nothing to me. Why do I gotta speak to you? Then she start arguing, whatever. Just go up, get your clothes and bounce. You know, take a shower, whatever, and bounce. You know, and it'll keep going on. And it'll keep going up. But soon she'll get the message. She'll get the message, you know. Another thing too, if we're in a house situation like that, you need to find you another Japanese woman. Okay, someone that's real cool and stuff, and she'll help you. You know, but whatever you do not touch her, do not have sex with her, do not do anything, because the minute you do something like that, she's gonna turn into your wife, and more than likely these guys go from one wife that's bad to another wife that's even worse. Okay. Because they got these women, they have a plan, they have a system, and it works whether you're Japanese or not. You know, the only thing that you can do to win is to leave them alone. You know, leave them alone. And it's like when you're dating and stuff like that too. They call it this new face syndrome. You come in, they're all nice, and you can get to home base on the first pitch. You ain't gotta be pitched. You know, she'll come to you. You know, and it's all good, but once they get to know you, it you know, turns bad. And the reason I believe it is because they just stuck on an island. You know, they got to go to work, deal with the same people, live in the same messed up neighborhoods or good neighborhoods. You know, living next to the same old neighbors. You know, and get on the same trains with everybody else who's going to work. And it's really not that much excitement. You know, nothing. But when you came along, you know, it was a different scenery and things, but, you know, after a while, you get bored and she get used to you, and there's no excitement, and, you know, she beat all the excitement out of you with a broom, with her voice and her comments and stuff, and then you just walking around like a zombie and stuff. Don't do that. When I used to go out a lot, my wife, I come home, she wouldn't bother me, we had no problem, sex, everything was, you know, there. I came and got as I went. Then when I started staying home because she got a haircut, and I started being more liking her a little more, and, you know, trying to be lovey-dovey, that she was like, get off of me, blah blah blah. I'm like, but wait, you know. And then one day I told her, I said, you know what, you know, I'm staying home too much, and you this and that, and you know, I said it was much better when I was going out. Our relationship was it was way more healthier. Sex almost every night. We didn't really go out that much, like going out and eat. She always still said no. But the things that I wanted, my personal desires and stuff, she did those things. So I'm just like, forget it. I'm just gonna start going out again. And that's why I say in my videos, however you were in the States, if you're hanging out, cool dude and all this stuff, and dogging women out, whatever, you come out here, keep that up. You have to be really strong. Because these women will put their foot on your neck real quick, and they'll keep both of their feet on your neck. But if you like all them nice Romeo, Juliet kind of guys, get rid of that stuff. Because these women don't need it. They know when they're gonna have a baby. They know when they're overlate and all of that stuff. They know all that stuff. Everything to the T, and they got a plan. And it's gonna work. So. That silent treatment, what it does though, you go to work, some guys cry. I know they cry. Some guys is, mad, they get drunk, they can't do their job, and stuff like that, and it gets really lonely, and that's why, a lot of foreigners come out here and the guys don't really want to talk to each other, and because the women like, why are you talking to him? You don't know him. Like, you don't know me, why you saying her? Because he's my brother. You don't know him. I said, well, yeah, but black people, we always talk to each other where we go. And they go, well, Japanese people, we don't do that. I'm like, I'm not Japanese, and that's your problem. If you don't want to talk to your, your own Japanese people, fine. But don't tell me what I can. What I can do and who I can and cannot talk to. Well, blah blah blah. Even the kids be doing that. I'm like, why you waving at him? I'm like, nope. Well, why you waving? I'm like, other guy. I'm like, I don't even answer. I'm like, whatever. Because you can't, cuss out no kid and stuff. But yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, that silent treatment is it's really bad, because it's almost like it's cool if you know how to handle it. Reading books, just chilling at the house, go to bed early and stuff like that. Because I started doing that too, because I've been really tired. So I just go to bed by 10 or 11. Wake up the next morning feeling real good and stuff like that. And wake up, don't even say good morning. My kids don't even say good morning. No one does say anything because, she training them. I'm like, whatever, I tell my kids, you need to say good morning. You need to develop some kind of mannerism and stuff. But, you can, sometimes you got these women out here who just are like back in the stone ages, or uncivilized and stuff, And I know it's tough, but build up your skills, and just eventually just be ready to bounce, because they're gonna be okay. What I'm saying? It's not all about her; it's about you and your mental sanity and stuff like that. So I really don't have too much to say. I made another video and I kind of messed up, so I deleted it. It was like over 30 minutes. But like I said, just when they're doing that silent treatment, the best thing to do about it is start keeping yourself busy. And then once the love and stuff start going out, go out and find you somebody else. You cannot, because out here in Japan, you don't need a girlfriend. You just need someone. How we said on FPs and KPs and stuff back in LA in the late 80s, the early 80s, 84, 85, 83 and stuff like that. Kissing buddies and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you had those women out there where you just get together, hang out, you can do whatever, and we finish whatever, and you still be friends. You need those out here in Japan, and there are a lot of women out here who are like that, and a long time ago I made a video saying, it's the best relationships in Japan are the ones who are too busy. They can only meet you once a month. You get you like 10, 20, 30 of those, and you'll be good to go. Just depend on how much stamina you have and stuff like that. But don't get caught up in that, because that silent treatment, that is, it's like being in jail, almost in like solitary confinement, and it's which of course I don't have experience with that, but it's really bad, and just because you're a foreigner here, doesn't mean that you can't do a lot of things. Everything that if you got the right visas and all this stuff, you can do everything they do. Buy homes, do whatever, and the only thing you can't do, I think, is run for vote or run for public office and stuff like that. But everything else you can do. So don't let them break you down to the point where you just feel so disgusted about yourself and so disgusted about life, because Japan has a lot of stuff to do, but if you don't know, you don't get out there, you don't know the language, you're gonna miss. And the silent treatment, let them go ahead and do it, because I'm telling you, it works both ways. And I mean, there's a difference between being silent because she's not talking to you and being silent because you don't want to talk to her. She'll know the difference. And a lot of them will break down. Some of them don't. Another thing too is when you come out here, you find your girlfriend. A lot of guys really don't look at their girls' faces and stuff because they're just happy to have a girlfriend. But you need to ask your woman, is she beautiful? If she says she's not beautiful, walk away. If she says she's not beautiful, walk away, because the negativity about themselves, they're gonna put that on you. They're gonna put that on you, and you don't need it. Okay, you really don't need that. And they always come to saying, "Oh, you walking down the street? Oh, you think she's pretty? Oh, yeah, I think she's pretty. You think she look better than you? Y'all look at her and see. You can tell for yourself. Don't be asking me them stupid questions. Would you date her? Of course I'd date her. Do you love me? No. Why? What is love? All we do is fight. No reason for me. I don't love people like that. So and that's why I say in the videos, go to the top and stay at the top. Find you a beautiful woman. Do it, because some of them they mean to, but you rather be. But the whole thing about being with a woman who is secure about her looks and one who's not is that you won't be blamed for the way they look. With a beautiful woman, she might well, I'm too beautiful for you. Okay, well, that's cool. That's true. But, you don't want you to have a woman that's not good looking, and then she's out there saying, I seen a guy, he was more handsome than you, and she's like a 3 or 4. You're like, oh my God, of course there are guys out there. But what about you? Everybody walks out the street is better looking than you. So, I mean, and I'm telling you, they cold. And when you get a woman who's not so beautiful, has a really bad outlook upon herself, and then she's doing that silent treatment on you and too, that can get really bad. I mean, it can get really bad. So my wife, she don't look all that great or anything like that. I just liked it because of her style. I usually I don't check women's faces and stuff, but she tried it, and the other day she was talking about something like she would like to date someone like, what's his name, that black guy in the Equalizer, Denzel Washington and stuff like that. I said, you look better, yeah, okay, cool, and that was during the time she was doing that silent thing, and expecting me to get jealous, and I'm like, so what? I'm a handsome man. I know I'm a handsome man. I don't even have to know I'm a handsome man. I ain't joking, guys. A lot of women come and tell me I'm handsome, so I don't even have to worry about it. And they even say it in her face, and it ticks her off, because she's trying to make me feel bad about my looks, but other women coming up and telling her in her face that I'm good looking and stuff like that. So, it's just that's just another part of their conditioning and stuff. So, if she's quiet, get a book, start reading. What they're gonna do is, and this is really messed up too, is you'll ask them to do something, they don't want to do it, but when they ask you to go places, when you always say yeah, start saying no. And if she get her boyfriend, fine. Let her do what she wants, because you can do the same thing and you can bounce. So anyway, listen to 2 short songs. I'm telling you, that stuff is real. And another thing too, if you're out here, these women are not, the guys put them on a pedestal and all of that stuff. I don't know who created the pedestal for them, but these women are real. They're real. They're hustlers, players, and pimps. And don't get it twisted, because you will get messed up. I'm out. Peace.